Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace, and I have not been well. I have been near death. Very near. And they still don't know. One of them they know that it exists, and I'm gonna have to see specialists. And it's not good. It really isn't. But they don't know that. They say it could just be something that'll go away all by itself. But I don't think that, another part of it is that I'm losing blood, blood count, red blood count, hemoglobin, whatever the other thing is, are real low. I mean, there's not like I can walk around with a test. Okay, I don't know where I was. I'll do that. Get that done. But I want to say, I'm really getting fed up with this. Because, there was one set of last year, now this year, a different one. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's not everybody, okay? It's not every health care, person I see. It's not every store, pharmacy or whatever. Every person, it's not. In the ER and all that. But for the majority of it, too much of it, way too much of it. It's people who don't want to listen. I'm serious. You need to shut your mouth and listen. I've said this all along. They need to shut their mouths and listen. Stand in line and wait your turn. It's not ER, all of them are talking at you at once. You can't answer any of them, and then they get ticked off because you can't answer or you didn't understand what they said. No, because you're all three talking at the same time. Oh my gosh, I'm serious. It's so disgusting to me. I had to go back. So let me give you this example. I had to go back twice. Not back twice. I went once, and then I had to go back because the doctor, did not listen. It was a young doctor. It doesn't matter. But I think in that one it does. It does matter because he's new to the practice. And apparently the one I had to go back to, I've seen there before, and he knew which test to run and how to do it. That first one, he walked into the door, into the ER room where I was sitting, and said, "We're going to run some tests and we're going to send you home." What? You already know what's wrong with me? He didn't. I had to speak to a triage nurse. She called me, and by the way, from outside of this area of Texas. I've been saying that I think it's this area in Texas, and I had one of them verify this, but she called me from a different part of Texas where people actually stop and listen. They don't make assumptions that they know everything before the person even speaks. But anyway, the second one, as I was saying, the first one, the second one, he said it right at the last, and it was very important that he did. And by the way, between then, I wrote a list of them, what's going on. It's not like they're gonna still listen. And I handed it to him. I said, before you say anything, let me interrupt you. Here is what's wrong with me. I handed him what I wrote. He kind of skimmed it. Didn't hear it. Nope, they don't have the time. They got to go out there and talk to their buddies. That's what people write. Other people, I finally read the reviews. Other people said the same thing. They're too busy with their buddies. Too busy with their buddies. The people that work there. To pay attention to the patient. So many of the reviews were along that line, the negative ones. I trust them. People say, I don't believe that anybody can do that. Yeah, anybody can. I trust them because they go into detail. I trust them. I've experienced it myself. Same kind of thing. I trust them. So, any review, there'll be a few people, but nope. I trust them. Don't let somebody tell you, don't believe those. Why? So they won't make money and do it to you. There's a good chance, in my view. Yep, good chance. Because sometimes you can go and look, and none of them, you have to go to somebody. And none of them have all good reviews. And if there is a good review, it's like a line or two. You know, maybe a whole paragraph, which is basically 3 lines. And, you know, anyway, I'm all over the place because I thought today, you know, I was one of the things is I can't lay down, I can't sleep because this overwhelming, I think I mentioned this, unbelievable ache, body ache. It is unbelievable. Seriously, never, ever, ever, I cannot say this enough, ever felt something like that before, ever. And then for like, I think I did say that, 20, 30 minutes after that, when I have to stand up and never sit down, it goes away. It's just, I think it's circulatory. Okay, but what would I know? I'm not a healthcare professional. I'm not a voice of authority on it. I just live inside this body, but that does not make me know more. Although I was the one to tell them the first time I went to tell them to check on it, and they didn't listen to me. You know, but I really think it's just they don't stop and listen. And they also think a person lies. I don't know why a person would lie about that. Oh my gosh, there's so much trouble. But I was saying this, you know, so this, let me go back to this part about, you know, from outside of the state. After I went that morning, the triage nurse called me. I told her, she said, go back to that. I said, you really want me to go back to that one? And I wasn't, I said, back to the ER? So I was really tired by then of this crap. And she said, yeah. Of course, the doctor there, he said, you should have gone to the other one. Or if there's more than one. You know, the bigger, you know, they have a small, medium, large, and I don't know what the other ones, hospitals. I said, why didn't anybody tell me this? I said, I would have gladly gone to one of the other ones. But why didn't anybody tell me that I should go there? And he wasn't going to really either. They got too much going on with their buddies, man. They got to go hang out and laugh and joke and ha 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 instead of being with the patients. I've seen it too many times, so yeah. I don't know. I threw out a lot. I was going to throw out a lot, so